much with a team. I figured too. At 2 o'clock, I'm gonna be doing a team with the Orioles and White Sox, but I figured to come talk football with y'all because I've been busy helping my mom out, double knee surgery, so it's been tough. But your boy is back. Your boy is here, and he's here to stay. Let's talk about some trades that I've heard a lot of Eagle contributors and to them. The first one, and if you can get one of those guys, whether it's a Buda Baker, who has Magic on his hand, and I don't think to get a guy like a Patrick Queen who's younger, who's 22 years old. Buda Baker's 27 years old. It's still young. The highest paid safety. Devin White wants to be the highest. Patrick Queen be the best linebacker that's getting paid. So there's a lot of wants to be the highest paid linebacker also. The Philadelphia Eagles, they need to look at an opportunity to get one of those three. If you think how your defense is like, when you talk about comparisons, and we talk about, well, Devin White's not good at coverage. Well, Patrick Queen's not. Drafting a guy's not always great. Davion Taylor, how drafted this guy in the third round? Some trigger for things that you don't usually do. And a linebacker having the Kobe Dean on a rookie that could be a potential swag. Yeah, I said it. I think Nakobe Dean's going to have a great year. Pairing him up with a Patrick Queen or even help him out in safety position with a Buda Baker, who's said 20. If I'm going for a guy that I'm training for, I'm winning the field. That Patrick Queen makes more sense than a Devin White. And I wouldn't be mad at either one of them. Guy that's going to be two. I don't have to worry about right now. Patrick to me fit for the Eagles. The dog. He played us in Philadelphia when Carson he was making plays. Been the guy that everybody thought he was going to be coming out, and I think sometimes a new scenario is a good thing. Look how we to the next level. Sometimes you players to make you better. What's up, Queasy the Great? What's up, dude? Ben Adams, yo, what's up? And that's why I'm saying Patrick Queen would make so much sense to the Devin. Devin White wants what? And I'm going to pull this up because I think this is interesting. But Devin White, he wants sorry, yeah. Again, Devin White's $24 million. Not saying we can't afford him, because I don't know if we can. But sometimes players go one. Take a look at this. Because this is why it's the best. What should do? All right, there you go. So this is what Devin White. All right, you know what? Get that shit out of here. I'm done with that shit. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. This shit make me mad. I try to put a go out there, and they just fucking put ads out there, man. There we go. All right, guys. So this is what Devin White wants. I don't know if you can pull it up and make it bigger for y'all. So this is what Devin White wants. Out of here. A little bit bigger. Okay. He's seeking a contract between 8 and 20 million annually, according to Lane. Obviously, to put it out there. That to me is a problem, because the Philadelphia, they're not paying that type of money. They're just not. It's already bad enough that we don't draft linebackers. We don't trade. Howie Roseman has a better chance to kind of get it Patrick Queen, who's 22 years old, than a 25-year-old who, let's be real, has best football, but he's a beast. Now, I'm not saying Devin White wouldn't be, because he would going to be a good pickup. That's what they talk about. The Philadelphia have the best linebackers, whether it's a Devin, no linebacker, 18 million to 20 million, because that's much. We don't have that. Same with Budda Baker. You look at his contract and how much he's making. It's a lot of money. As good as they are, both Devin White and Budda Baker would be excellent on the Philadelphia Eagles. I'd rather trade for a safety that's 27. You know what I'm saying? A linebacker like Patrick Queen, who's 22 years old, and it's one of the best still in the game. So, to me, I just think it's weird. I just think it's weird that the Philadelphia Eagles would pay. They're not going to do that. They're just not. You know what I'm saying? They're just not. They're not paying 20 between 18 million and 20 million. They're just not. Patrick Queen is younger. Patrick Queen probably wants less. And I think you can get Patrick Queen for a second rounder. I really do. I would trade my 30 for Patrick Queen. I'm serious. I think he's better than Devin White. Not saying those two ain't good, but I think Patrick Queen just fits the Eagles perfectly. So that is just how I feel. And a lot of people could disagree with me. We're allowed to. You know, a lot of people feel like we should. But let me linebackers going to be in the draft starter. Campbell from Iowa. He's a third rounder. There's nobody that takes you to the next level. There's no dominant than a guy like Queen. And I would trade my 30th immediately because they're Super Bowl type players. They're winners. They're the guys that can get you to a Super Bowl. We need to bring the energy to our defense. Something that in the linebacker brings that. So get a patch. I'd rather Devin White won't be good. And if we get Devin, but Devin White's on his last year of the deal. I think Patrick Queen has 2 more years. 2 more. But we'll see, man. Things to discuss. The Falcons do have counters. And how he loves making trades when you don't expect it. Possibility that we do go out and get a Queen. Here's the thing. What would the Ravens want? Receivers. This is where I would package Quez Watkins. Help for Lamar Jackson. Right? They got Odell Beckham Jr. Is that going to be enough? No. Package Quez Watkins, 3rd rounder. For penny. I would deal. What? And you get a 3rd round pick. We're not going to pay. That's no brainer to me. People are going to talk about, well, you know, have the money. You can't do this. Nonsense. The Philadelphia Eagles, we don't have the money. Just to go get A.J. Brown. Stop it. The man played back. Everybody said they were gone. The man found a way to make Edmonds available to Philadelphia Eagles. Howie Roseman is a genius when it comes to think that he doesn't know what he's doing. You're wrong. He does. Because when you're thinking this year, Howie Roseman is already this year. So, I'm worried about the Philadelphia Eagles. I know my GM is my guys in the best position to bring in a trophy city of brotherly love. I would consider trading Quez to the Ravens. They need receiving help. Why not? He would be another weapon for Lamar Jackson. And this win in the league, that doesn't mean anything. I think Patrick Queen is a player. Queen, to me, is a player for the Philadelphia Eagles. I like the swagger. I like the energy. Not saying those two ain't good. I would package a 3rd rounder and a Quez Watkins. I would. I think that would be an awesome trade. Do I think the Eagles would do it? Probably not. I don't think the Eagles would go after a guy like that. But I would. It is. The Philadelphia Eagles got a chance to get a great linebacker. Whether it's Devin White, Patrick Queen, or good safety, Budda Baker. You got 3 impact immediately. People talk about the draft. But I'm looking at now. What is going to get Lombardi Trophy? I want to host in the air and say we did it. And that's the goal. And if it's not the goal, then what is? I want to win a championship. It's all about the winning the championships. And if you're not doing that, then you're not in the right business. Good teams go out and they get guys like a Patrick Queen, despite they think that their value is not important. Linebackers are very important to the championships. Very important when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles, because we haven't had a linebacker like that. And if there's a Patrick Queen on the block, you make and you at least entertain. Why not? It's not going to hurt you. I mean, do I think Roseman to do it? No. But I think it'd be interesting. It's not going to hurt you. I mean, do it? No. So, I mean, Getting a Patrick Queen would be a perfect situation. Getting the guy that's going to be a starter. I would trade one of those picks. And you don't got to trade the first pick. Be Patrick Queen. I think you could trade a second. And I would trade Quez to the Ravens. I know a lot of people ain't gonna like that, but wide receivers. And you think Quez Watkins is not the guy. And the Eagles reportedly looking to trade him. And listen, they have called the Ravens for a guy like Chuck Clark. Why not call for Patrick Queen? If the Ravens are Patrick Queen, make the call, make the move. I think the idea. You get a guy that's 22 years old and still I think is one of the best linebackers in the NFL. I think he had a down year. And I think he needs to go to a new scenery where he's going to be molded to a good linebacker. So, if you can get a Patrick Queen, man, you are helping your defense. And you are going to get a guy that's going to bring a lot of energy to your team. You're getting a dog. And that's what Patrick Queen is. He's a dog. There's a round pick. There's a reason why Devin White is a first-round pick. Devin White's also a Super Bowl champion. Let's not take that away from him. What he did in 20 was never done. No, I'll take that back. Those linebackers who won Super Bowls, but Devin White's a special linebacker, man. But I think Patrick Queen can take you overboard. I really do. I would trade my first round pick for him, but that's why I'm not a GM. Because I'm all about impact players, man. And to me, Patrick Queen would make this team better. A Patrick Queen would help this team a lot. What you want about the guy, ball player. If there is a guy that's on the block, you make the call. Patrick Queen. Look at this contract. So here's his contract. I think this is interesting. Let's put this up so people can see it. So Patrick Queen, here's his contract right here. This is what he's going to be making. You know? It's still a lot, but you're not going to get everybody cheap. So this is what he's making. Patrick Queen is a 4-year, $12,161,671 contract with the Baltimore Ravens, including $6,404.52 signing bonus, $11,483,261 guaranteed, and an average annual salary of $3,000 and $4,1800 in 2023. Queen will earn a base salary of $2,268,410 while carrying a cap hit of $3,869.623, and the dead cap value will be $3,801.213. Now again, Howie Roseman is very good with the cap space. If he makes this move for Patrick Queen, how much would the Ravens take? Just remember something. Patrick Queen has signed a 4-year deal. So when you look at it, it's not bad. He's not asking, probably not going to be asking for a lot. And if he is, then listen, I would pay him. But again, let's see. So Baltimore will exercise a 5th-year option. It seems like Baltimore will exercise a 5th-year contract, keep him around for 2024. Probably wants an extension deadline. So if you get him, you got 2 more years on him. That means you don't have to pay Patrick Queen to 2024. Which then, that would probably be in 2 years. By then, Jalen Hurts' contract will kick in, but it won't kill you. And you can play with some of the dead money, and you could push down the road. Or you can, find a way to extend him if he does good. The Philadelphia Eagles got a chance to get a guy for 2 years and has potential to have an impact starter. I'm going to get a Patrick Queen. Right. And I like Devin White, but his contract is too much. You want 18 to 23 million? Sorry, can't do business with you. We don't have that type of money. Budda Baker, he's 27 years old. If I'm going for a safety, I want a 22-year-old that's going to be here for a long time. Now, 27 is not bad, but he wants a lot of money. He wants to be the highest paid safety. And I'm only paying safeties that are 23 and 24 years old. Other than that, no. Different. That was a free agent move. You're training for this guy. So if I could get a Patrick Queen for 2 years, like I said, receivers, I call up and ask for what it would take, and I'll throw in the Quez Watkins. Why not? Quez Watkins would make Lamar Jackson either a good quarterback or a bad quarterback. He's on his rookie deal. You don't have to extend him if you're the Ravens if he doesn't live up to it. But I think Quez Watkins needs a new change of scenery. I would throw in the Quez Watkins in the trade for Baltimore. Patrick Queen. I would. Watkins. Dude. If you can get him for a third, that'd be awesome. That'd be a steal. But I think the Ravens are going to want a second. I throw in a second. People talk about, well, we only got 1 second. So what? Listen, there's no Patrick Queen in this draft that's going to help your team right away. You are preparing to go back to a Super Bowl. And how you do that? You get players that are going to start immediately. You're going to draft a third rounder? That's why we got Damian Taylor right now, right? Get the best player on the trade block. You're trying to win championships. Some of these Eagle fans, I ain't going to lie to you, it looks like they don't want to win. Because when I hear them, it's, well, let's draft for the draft. You can't always draft, though. Sometimes you got to make trades. Unless there's a guy that is a Patrick Queen type player in the draft, find me one in this draft that's going to be just like Patrick Queen. Find me one that's going to be just like Devin White. Find me one that's going to have the exact same impact as those two players. Because it's not. Patrick Queen is perfect. When you watch this game, this guy's a dog. Same with Devin White. Devin White is a Super Bowl champion. People take that away from him. But without Devin White, I don't think the Buccaneers defense is close to what they are. And let's remember, the Buccaneers last year were horrible. Every single one of them. So I don't put it all on Devin White. I think the whole defense backtracked it. You had agent Tom Brady. You had guys going down. Antonio Brown with his clown ass decided to destroy the whole lot. And it destroyed the chemistry. The Philadelphia Eagles are a team that's ready to win right now. We just sniffed last year. And we almost pulled it off. But we lost backers. We had no defense who could get to the quarterback. And I would make this defense 10 times better than T.J. Edwards and Kazir White did last year. It's just being real. I don't think T.J. Edwards and Kazir were all game breakers. Well, he had the most. I heard someone tell me, well, T.J. Edwards had the most tackles. So what? And when you put on his film, when you look at his tape first downs, they were missing tackles. They weren't tackling properly, and they were causing they're costing us points. Not saying they won't be. Not saying not saying that T.J. was bad, but they were. I want great players on my team that's going to be here for a long time. We're all about winning championships over here. If you're not with that, hit the road. I don't care how much money you want. If you're about winning, then I'm all for it. So that's all I gotta say. And that's my thoughts. I don't care who we get. But Howie Roseman got to make one of those 3 trades. It's a no-brainer. That no one's talking about is Kenneth Murray, Oklahoma linebacker that the Chargers might not want to keep. That might be a cheaper option. I think enough fresh start with him would be a good idea for us. Let's say Patrick Queen, wants a lot of money and you can't afford him. Then maybe you call up the Chargers, you ask for Kenneth Murray. He's on the trade block also. There's been speculation in the Chargers that he don't fit their scheme. There's a lot of, but I noticed this, and shout to the content creator with this, and I agree with this. Bradbury and Slay were paired up. You got a chance to compare Nakobe Dean with a Patrick Queen. Your linebacker just got 10 times better. Because I think Nakobe Dean's going to be, I ain't going to lie, I'm excited for Nakobe Dean. I think Nakobe Dean was a steal in the draft. But just imagine you add him with Patrick Queen. Just imagine adding Nakobe Dean with his talent, the dog that he is from Georgia. Patrick Queen. Scary. Your line very good. A Nakobe Dean and a Patrick Queen, it's a no-fly zone. It's no Philly zone, for example, because there's nowhere you could go. You're not running the football on us. Those are 2 dogs on both for the side. Luck with that. I think Patrick Queen makes more sense than Devin White. And I like Devin White. I wouldn't be mad. But Patrick Queen has been a guy that I always thought was the best linebacker coming out that draft. From LSU, I wanted him in that draft. And if you got a chance to get him, like sometimes you make sacrifices. Call up the Ravens, Doran Quez, get a 3rd-round pick to the Ravens, see what you can do and make magic happen. If there's one guy who can do it, it's Howie Roseman. And I love how people tell us again, well, you don't got enough cap space to do it. But you don't kick into probably next year. Stop it. Giant fans telling me when they're about to lose Saquon Barkley and their defense tackle, don't talk to me about keep their own players. I love how rival my GM. Your players are walking out the door, and unlike my players in the door, and they're keeping them. You're about to lose your whole offense with Saquon because Saquon goes to Giants are dead. That's their whole offense. Don't tell me Dan Jones your whole offense. He's not. Stop lying. It's not true. So if one guy can afford it, it's Howie Roseman. It's Howie Roseman. He can manipulate the cap space, and he's good with numbers. And he makes awesome, doesn't kill us. Go Birds or gosh, you already know. Hey, Weezy the Dreaded Eagle, appreciate it, man. If I said Patrick Queen will help us, no doubt. Absolutely he would. He's a star. And why would you not want a star? He's an absolute beast. And he makes his team 10 times better. So, but I got to get going because I'm going to do an oral stream that. I'm going to do a baseball stream. But I figured to come and talk to y'all about some Eagles stuff. We're going to do more down the road. Trust and believe. I can't wait for draft day. That is going. And just remember, we got the best GM.
Nobody else does. Then if Roseman, you don't have an NFL GM who's ranked number one, just last week. Enough said. Go Birds.